Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Hammer Guy Plays. Tonight, we're going to be playing some Asphalt Legends yet again. It's the dawn of a new season, and we're going to be playing quite a reasonable amount of events tonight. So I guess strap in your seatbelts, and we're gonna be having a wild ride again for this new year. Last week I already streamed my first stream for the year, but then again, I guess this new season represents like uh, the new year as well. Kind of celebrates the new year, even if some of the events that were the SE that were some of the special events that we're gonna have this season is kind of, let's say, for a lot of people is gonna be a little mid. But anyway, let's get to it. Before that, we're gonna be doing what is this? I guess before that, we're going to be doing some usual announcements on my usual places to stream, usual places for me to announce stuff. So we're going to get to that. So hopefully I'll be done with that in 4 minutes. Okay. Why is this window here? Yeah, why is this window here? Let us just say that for today, I woke up with a very horrible I woke up with a very horrible allergy somehow. So all day it seems like all day I was like sneezing uncontrollably. Yeah. Uh Team Banana. Okay, interesting. Thank you for joining in. Took me a while to realize, you know what, I'll discuss that later. Something about the Revuelto. Yeah, something interesting about the Revuelto. And relating with speed resolutions. It's kind of weird that last week I was for some reason streaming at 30 FPS for some reason because I was recording a video. I was doing my recordings on the next big video that I'm going to be doing very soon, which is, well, my recordings of my face and my voice is going to be at 30 FPS. But for some strange reason, I accidentally left it at 30 FPS, so that was a little bit geek. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Wait, where else am I going to announce? Okay. All right, so I guess we can start like right now. All right. So, good evening, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Hammer Guy Plays. Tonight we're going to be playing some Asphalt Legends. So, Speed Resolutions is the name of the season for this. Is the name of the season for this season. Is the name of this season, which for a lot of people, they're basically saying that this season is going to be kind of mid since it doesn't really introduce anything new. But I'm pretty sure everybody is excited for either the Jesco Absolute SE, and also probably very likely the Venom SE for Blue Monday, which is not happening today, unfortunately, which is, yeah, a little unfortunate. So without further ado, I guess let's get straight onto it, because I actually wanted to do quite a lot of multiplayer for today. I guess there's not much else to talk about. Maybe I'm gonna have to do probably my next video that I'm gonna be doing like immediately is probably the garage tour that I promised like a week ago. Because now I'm not gonna be upgrading any, maybe except for the Revuelto, I'm not gonna be upgrading any cars, or I'm not gonna be upgrading or unlocking any new cars immediately anytime soon. So it started. Oh, it's on Bluetooth. Okay, sorry about that. All right. Hello there, Team Banana 1. Bonjour to you. Bonjour to you too. I have no idea what did you just send, but okay. Okay. All right. Sticks are working. Okay. I need to change a few things before we get started, I guess. Multiplayer, it's Summer Harvest Round 3, which is classic. Limited multiplayer is Unbreakable. Okay. So yeah, 40 minutes, right? Okay, I'm gonna have to do the 40 minutes timer. For those who are new to my channel, I'm gonna have to explain that later of what that. I don't remember that the previous pass has a discount for the next pass or not. Lewis, thank you for joining in. More often than not, there's usually a discount, but it's for the. Wait, hold on. Let me check that. More often than not, whenever the previous pass often has a benefit. Okay, let's see. Yeah, okay. The way how this works is that there is a normal legend pass, and then there is a bundle pass. So the bundle pass is typically, it's going to buy you the basic legend pass, and it immediately unlocks the first 8 tiers of that pass. So it immediately gives you a level 8. So for example, you buy the legend. So you start over here. Usually you start at tier 0. So if you buy the legend pass, you're immediately at tier 1. All right. So for the free tier, more often than not, you have to earn a bit of it's still called Unite points for some reason. They forgot to change this back to legend points, but look, we're gonna call them legend points. For the free pass, you have to earn a bit of legend points in order for you to get the first reward. But for the legend pass owners, you immediately have access to the rewards instantly. So discounts for buying the next bundle pass. Unfortunately, regardless of whether you buy the legend pass or the bundle pass for next season, this one specifically for the bundle of next season, not the regular legend pass. So if you buy the bundle pass, it immediately unlocks all of these until level 8. So that's 8 tiers immediately unlocked. All right. So let's let's begin. Dang it. Let us begin with some seasonal events. So unfortunately, I forgot. This is kind of weird. We're gonna do this one and this one, stage 4 to stage 5. Let's do that. Because unfortunately, I was unable to. Okay, so interestingly about this Revuelto's. Okay, this one's keyed. The Maserati MT12, I forgot that this was actually keyed as well. The SCV12 is also keyed. So the B class and... Wait, the Maserati MC12 is C class, right? I know this is C class. Yeah, it's C class. The Ford GT is B class rare. This one's C class epic. This one's B class epic. Then the Revuelto is obviously B class epic 6. The Sesto seems to be the only car that most people probably own. Well, for most free players. The SCV12 is not exactly... Well, it's keyed, but if you played since the beginning of Asphalt Legends Unite, you probably own this car already. Well, assuming that you played through the DS9 Rebels Unite. The Ford GT has been featured in multiple car hunts. Well, hey, at least they're kind of generous enough to actually give out the keys for this car, for these cars. But what most people are probably gonna be kind of paywalled is probably the SC20 and the Chrysler. Like, I think this is the only Chrysler car that exists in the game at the moment. This is the only car that I don't have. Okay, wait. At the moment for me, this is the only car that I currently have at quote-unquote 0 stars. Well, I call it 0 stars because it is currently not unlocked for me. I mean, I could probably say that as well with the SC20. But at least for the SC20, I actually have it at 5 stars unkeyed. So, geck. So this one is a car that most people probably don't own. The SC20 is probably, I don't know, probably around 4 or 5 stars, but they don't have the key. The Sesto Elemento, if you're a regular multiplayer user, if you're a regular multiplayer player, you probably own this car already at least, or you probably maxed this already since, like, if you played through the season, this car is not actually that difficult to max. So at this point, you're probably just playing for the blueprints. So realistically speaking, for me, I currently have the Revuelto at 5 stars. So realistically speaking, I'm gonna basically blow through most of this event pretty easily. Hello, Sam. I recognize you from last week. Thank you for joining in. I have no idea how you pronounce your Korean greeting. I keep hearing it quite a lot, but I'm not confident enough to say it myself. But you know what? Hello to you. Let's just say that today, this morning, I woke up with a really bad allergy, and I've already took allergy meds, which is the reason why I unfortunately... How long for you to reach garage level 58? That's a good question. Midori, thank you for joining in. So if I'm gonna be in my current trajectory, today is January 12. Plus 4 is approximately 16. So if I earn enough by today, if I'm able to get enough credits, I can probably reach 16 million right now, most likely. So 16. So 38 minus 16 is 8 minus 6 is 2. 22 days. So 12 plus 22 is equivalent to 34. So I will be, realistically speaking, I will be in garage level 58 by approximately early February if things go according to plan. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So anytime between February 3 or February 4, give or take. That's how fast I'm gonna be able to get there, assuming I'm able to earn reasonable amount of credits. Because at the moment I'm actually kind of swamped with quite a lot of stage upgrades pending. So the CCXR hunt actually definitely helped me a lot because it helped me earn quite a number of upgrades, earn quite a lot of credits, and finally, at least I'm able to actually get quite a number of upgrades for my Nevera. So currently my Nevera is currently at stage 9 minimum, but I'm able to upgrade both handling and nitro to stage 13. So that's quite a lot of money. Let's be real. Upgrading S-class cars is actually really painful, but when you have access to its part upgrades, yeah, it's import part upgrades, they're like, this is an incredible amount of EXP for the money. This is like the second best EXP earner in terms of import parts. But in terms of stage upgrades, considering that they cost like incredible amounts of money, like this one, 699,000, and it only gets you 6,990 EXP. This is like super expensive. This is actually the second most inefficient EXP upgrade, next to C-class uncommon parts. If you want easy EXP, my TLDR solution is actually pretty simple. The most abundant cars in the game is actually S-Class Epic 6, or these cars that are S-Class with 6 stars. However, unfortunately, because these cars are like hyper exclusive, I only earn like 30 of these out of 70 cars that exist in the game right now. Realistically speaking, they're super expensive and you're not really going to get mileage out of it. Now, if you want something that's legitimately going to earn you money, earn you EXP, the second most abundant car class, car rarity in the game is actually B-class Epic. So starting from the McLaren Elva, oh yeah, the Elva Epic Hunt is actually available right now. So all of these B-class 5-star cars, they're actually the most abundant, and also, realistically speaking, these cars are like within financial reach for most people. You can literally get these cars by playing the game. So, yeah. But guess what? Yeah. Anyway. My suggestion, whenever there's a special hunt even if you think you're not gonna finish it, just play it. That is like the best place to actually gain credits ever. Like, no joke. That is like the best place to gain credits, considering that credits is such a shortage in this game. Yeah. Anyway, so let's get started. Let's get to it. Actually, I stalled a little bit because unfortunately the Revuelto, I unfortunately didn't watch enough ads today. I forgot to restart this car's fuel. So I'm gonna be spending a little bit of tokens to get this car to refuel. But before that, I'm gonna have to do this last one. What is this one? 6 stuns, 3 shockwaves, okay. Because for special hunts you only consume one ticket. Car hunts you have to consume 2. That's a massive problem. Okay, so I need to do 3 shockwaves. Hotel Road is the same. Hotel Road is currently the same. Hotel Road is actually the same. The same track that you can. It's the same track as the. I golden it on the first 8 days with only 2 million credits. Oh, okay. Interesting. Alright. 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 Do I have enough tokens? Yes. Okay. Alright. Oh, San Diego. What's the name of this? What is the name of this track again? It's not Dockside Drift. You know what? I think the next Grand Prix is probably going to feature India. Probably. Because last season it didn't. The Grand Prix there didn't exactly feature India. It's like a rerun of a previous. The most recent Grand Prix is actually just a rerun of a previous car. The AMG one is already featured like twice last year. In terms of aesthetics, if you're gonna ask me, I actually prefer the Cian over this one. Because the Cian and the Revuelto are basically running on the same DNA. They're both hybrid V12 cars. Wow, that was okay. I'm talking about aesthetics wise, because obviously the Cian is better, performs better than this one. Okay, finish race, perfect runs. Nice. Alright, that's... Okay. Interesting enough, I posted somewhere on the Asphalt Discord. I actually discovered that sandbagging your way to tier 5 in order for you to get the easy key is actually not a good idea. Because more often than not, some alien driver is what we call those people who have unreason, alien driver. People with like seemingly god tier control over some certain cars to make them look like they kind of break the physics of the game or something. Alien drivers, like they play like so good that they're probably cheating or something, but not really. But anyway, chances are that the alien driver tier 5 is like where most of the alien drivers are. And what happens if is that if you're trying to sandbag, hoping that you're gonna get like 14 other racers who are like kind of meh skills. There's a legitimate chance that, like, there's a 50-50 chance that you're gonna encounter an alien driver as your opponent, which is gonna be a big problem. So what ends up happening is that you only have. What ends up happening is that you end up with second place, And I discovered that if you end up in second place, you get 5 key packs, which has a low number, which, when you consider an 8% chance to drop, for the key, is basically seemingly never. Well, effectively, it's seemingly never. It's gonna feel like it's never gonna drop. Like in all my life trying to sandbag for GP keys, yeah, if you end up in second place, it almost never drops. Just Linnae, thank you for joining in. For some context, by the way, of where I got my hands on the Revuelto, because, by the way, you noticed that, for a lot of you, you may have noticed that I currently have the Revuelto customized. Like, it's not orange. That's because I actually got this car from its debut event 2 years ago. Yeah, it's already at least 2 years ago already, back in 2023. It's technically 3 years ago, but it's like close to the end of 2023, so like somewhere around the fall season. This car was basically given away for free because during the time the Revuelto was debuted in Lamborghini. So basically, after they stopped making Aventadors, they shifted to the Revuelto to make on the factory. So together for the 2020 era, they're basically making this car and the Temerario. So remember, in every decade of Lamborghini, they always release like a pair of cars that most whales are gonna be buying. So in the 2010s, they basically have the Murcielago and then the Gallardo, right? These two cars are paired together in the 2000s era. In the 2010s, it's usually the Aventador and the Huracan. So the one they release first is usually the faster car or the one that performs better. And then the second one that they release is usually the more economic one. Like it's more economic to own overall, but it's less performant, which is kind of the opposite of what they did. Kind of the opposite of what they did here. Well, maybe except for the Aventador J. Well, the two Aventadors. And then for this generation, for 2020s, they released the Revuelto and the Temerario, which I just call the Rev and the TMR. So when they released that car, Gameloft being total Lamborghini simps, they basically jumped at the opportunity to also feature the car in the game. And because of that, this car is basically an elite class B car. Makes sense. How do I know that Gameloft are Lamborghini simps? Well, it's pretty obvious. Lamborghini basically dominates this entire game's roster. There's a Lamborghini in almost every single there's a Lamborghini in every class. In every car rarity except Class D rare. Class D rare and below. Sorry. Starting from Class D Epic and up. So wait. Class D Uncommon. All the Uncommons don't have a Lamborghini, that's for sure. Class D Rare doesn't have a Lamborghini. Class C... I think Class C Rare actually has a Lamborghini. Wait, does Class C Rare have a Lamborghini? I think no. But in almost every class, and in almost every car rarity in the game, there is a Lamborghini there. Basically making it the most dominant Lamborghini in the game. And for a very long time, so the soft launch of Asphalt 9 featured the Ferrari FXXK. But when the worldwide launch happened, they replaced the FXXK with the Terzo Millennio as the poster car. Well, the tutorial still features the Aperta. Sorry, the LaFerrari. So there's that. Try to dig through a lot of its icon. Try to dig through a lot of its old icon. Oh, 6 barrel rolls and 2 shockwaves. Okay. try to dig through a lot of its old icons in the past, in the version history and all of that. Count the number of times that it uses a Lamborghini car. The cover car for this game right now, Asphalt Legends, well, during the time it was called Unite and even now, the poster car is a frigging Countach. Right? It is a Lamborghini Countach. And when they booted the Countach and shifted to the Temerario, it's still a Lamborghini. Now the 20th anniversary cover is definitely different because it features the FXXK again, unfortunately. Some of the most overused cars in the game is definitely the Lamborghini Huracan. Like people definitely talk a lot about the Spamacan. Sorry, the Vanda Spam. But realistically speaking, if there's definitely many more people who have access to the Huracan than this car, so it's pretty frequent that I encounter a lot of Huracan lobbies. So people are so familiar with the Huracan that they literally released the most Lamborghini decal of the game, which is what I would call the golden fiber Huracan. Which is the reason why I'm always going to think that Gameloft is a Lamborghini sim. Like heck, if you're gonna look at the icon of this game right now, it literally shows the Revuelto as its poster car, as its icon car. So even if this car is not a multiplayer meta or anything, you're still gonna be using this car for its promotional material, its marketing. Come on. Okay. So I've run out of fuel for the Revuelto, I think. Dang it, I didn't get the last one. Okay, never mind. Oh well, too bad. I have rewards. 150 conditions. Dang it. Okay, that's pretty bad. Okay. So let's see. With 630. Yeah, with 630. Let's do it. You know what? Let's do it. I have 630. Wait, where's my spreadsheet? Hold on. I'm not going to show the spreadsheet for now. I'm just updating the spreadsheet and all. That's all. I have 12 pending rare upgrades for the Nevera. Interesting. That's enough for at least 3. Okay, so for handling, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, I still have room for 1 more. Okay. 9, and then 3 here. And I'm basically full. Boom! 1.6 million. Okay. Alright. So do I have room for any more? No more? Really? Okay. Too bad. I'm actually a little salty that I couldn't do that. I was unable to do this one last week. But then again, I was grinding really hard on the. I was grinding really hard at the CCXR car hunt. So, yeah. Yeah, I was grinding really hard for the CCXR car hunt, which is the reason why I was unable to do last week's last week's weekly competition, unfortunately. So that's pretty bad. I guess the next card that I would be trying to unlock would be this one, the Sagaras. Okay. So I still have 3 minutes before the next ticket. So let's, you know what? Let's get started with. Let's get to Gauntlet. Yeah, let's get to Gauntlet. Yes, I'm aware. Okay. Soam, thank you for joining in. I'm currently a bit behind, unfortunately, and I need to revenge some racers here. Okay, that's pretty sad. Which one for me? Okay, 11:15. Okay, 11:15. 11:15. 10:80. Okay, so I'm taking this guy. I guess this is a good opportunity for me to test out the CCXR. Wait. Yeah, I'm gonna test out the CCXR for Gauntlet. Like, realistically speaking, for a 5,000-ish ranked car, I understand it's kind of mid. But, hey, the more cars you have, you definitely have better access then. So what other cars can I use? I guess this is also a good time for me to use the Nevera, since I have not used this yet in any competitive capacity. Icebreakers. Okay, let's do it. Sorry for attacking you in Gauntlet. Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. That's okay. It's fair game. The top speed of this car is approximately 385 kph. Sorry. Otherwise, you want to retrench. Hey, you probably want those gloves, do you? I'm pretty sure you want those gloves. So this is not exactly I'm currently not in the competitive mindset here because my opponents here are. This guy's definitely using a sandbag. What is this? Definitely using a sandbag defense. My usual time for this track is around 27 seconds. Okay. However, this car's not maxed yet, so... Oh, this one's interesting. For me, this car definitely has an RNG element. Or rather, at least this track has an RNG element. If I get super lucky, I can get like 33 seconds on this track. If not, it's just the normal 35.5 seconds. So literally anybody with only 36 seconds is definitely going to be cooked. Dang it. No! Ah, made it. So there's the bad RNG there. There's a very terrible RNG. Okay, okay. course. Nothing new there. Right. 115. Oh, this is you. Ghost Nexon. Okay. 115. Wait. Hold on. 1115 versus 1130. Okay, I'm gonna definitely take the 1115. Okay. Titan Con. Riverine launch. You know what? I think this is a good opportunity for me to use the Nevera for sure. Run in the park. Straight sprint. I guess I can use the CCXR for this one. Yeah, I'm basically testing out all my new cars here. Wait, what is my most recent unlock on Class A? Oh, you know what? Yeah, I think I can test out my 935. I have not used it. Ah, I haven't used this. I haven't used this one in a while. Okay, I guess I can use the CCXR for this one. It's kind of weird that the CCXR is higher ranked than the... Wait, no. That's because it's not maxed yet, so, okay. The CCXR is part of the first generation of Koenigsegg cars that Koenigsegg made. It's part, so basically, I collectively call it the CC generation. So yeah, I collectively call it the CC generation because that's... So we got the CC8X, sorry, the CC8S, the CCGT, the CCX, and then the CCR. So that's part of their first generation from 1990s to 2010s. So a homage to that generation would be the CC850, because when you think about it, if you squint it a little bit, obviously the heck is with those extra spins? Okay, 26 seconds. If you squint it a little bit, the S can look like a 5, right? So the CC8S is their first production car, right? So you turn that to a 5 and then add a 0 to get the CC850. This is the reason why the CC850 looks a lot like a CCXR in a way. Okay, 25 seconds. Again, I haven't got practice with that car yet, so... Alright, straight sprint. And it's kind of weird how this game uses muscle cars. At the incredibly low end, these muscle cars are like... what a friend describes as boat handling. Okay, got my fill. No problem. Alright, so Ghost Nexon 24, I guess you're up. Got the blue theme there. Okay. Hellvale. Right. Icebreakers, yet again. So I guess this is a good opportunity for me to test this out. Roman Byroads. What is a card that I usually... No, wait. Roman Byroads, I need to use the CCXR. Because the card that I typically use for Roman Byroads is usually a Speedtail in the Ultima. Alright, so I'm gonna have to try my luck again with the Venom. Great Spotter and then Ghost Ships. Like, it's pretty common, I noticed. Like, there's so many people who does the sandbag timer, or rather the sandbag defense time. They would just make it all blue thumbnail cars, or like all yellow thumbnail cars, or something like that. I don't know what they're doing. Okay, 25 seconds. The major selling point of the Nevera is definitely the very monster acceleration that it has, kind of similar to that of the... What is this? Ahmed, thank you for joining in. I always use high acceleration cars in Roman Byroad. Oh, okay. A quick note, Roman Byroad, not Roman Tumble. Alright, let's see if I can get a better time here. Let's see if I can get that 33 seconds. Hello, Ghost Barrel Roll from nowhere. We meet again. Kinda. $34 seconds. Can you stop jumping? Oh my god. BX Gamer, thank you for joining in. It's been a while since I've seen you in YouTube posts. Okay. I've seen you a lot in YouTube posts. My timer just went off. 40 minutes, so we're gonna have to do this stretch break very soon. Okay. DCXR. Okay. Yeah, people compare the CCXR a lot with the Speedtail. So I'm basically using this like a stand-in for the Speedtail. Okay. I can probably do better. Okay. Alright. Alright, rookie. So I have 2 more tickets to go. We're gonna have to continue that. We're gonna have to continue that a little bit later because stretch break. Okay. How's Gauntlet going? Here's some really dumb thing. I think for the past few days, I unfortunately did not collect my Gauntlet daily milestones. You know, those the gloves. I unfortunately didn't collect most of those. It's kind of weird. So today I'm basically catching up. Usually I would be in rookie league after all of those sandbags, after all of those attack times. But I only got to rookie like today. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so for those who are currently not, so for those who are new to my stream, if you're unfamiliar with my stream, I would yes, hello. If you're unfamiliar with my stream, what I would typically do is what is this? I usually play for only 40 straight actively play for only 40 straight minutes, and then I'm gonna take a break. usually in that break, I'm happy because I'll unlock Devil. Okay. At the moment, I'm not prioritizing Devil. I have such a high, there's quite a number of people who are asking me on my community posts. They're like, you're level 56. Well, during the time I was level 56. You're level 56 and you don't have the Devil. As of right now, I don't have a good use for the Devil. Like, here's the deal. I spend almost a week, or soonest would be like 5 days in Gold 1 League, in Gold League, at most. Sorry, the shortest time would be 5 days. The shortest time would be 5 days. The most amount of time is usually 1 week. All right. In Gold League, how long does it take? How long do I spend in Legend League? At most, usually 2 days, but usually just like on the last day. So between 1 or 2 days. So where should I be investing in? I should be investing in better cars so that I should be investing in better cars for Gold League, so that I can get out of Gold League faster. Right? That's why for me, I'm not investing really heavily on Devil. Maybe other than to just simply, realistically speaking, if you ask me, like, if I want to go fast, yeah. If I want to go fast, well, I have the Chiron and the Venom. Right? I have those 2 cars. Okay. Anyway, so for those who are not familiar with my stream, I would typically spend usually 40 straight minutes of gaming, and then I would typically do like 1 to maybe 5 minutes of stretch break where I basically try to, take a break, because unfortunately I'm ADHD, so I have an issue with focusing and overstimulation and all of that. But also, I also need to invest in Platinum League cars right now. Yes, okay, I'll disconnect the charger. There's only the 918. Okay, 9x8. Okay, I'll get to that. Some people would say, if you drop the Gold 4, here's the deal. Did you know, I mentioned this before a lot. Yeah, I mentioned this a lot. The most abundant car rarity is actually B class Epic. They span almost from Silver 2 all the way until Gold 3. So that almost fills an entire league. It's just that half of it is in Silver League and then half of it is in Gold League. So you have a financial incentive. So you have a competitive and a financial incentive to actually invest in B-class Epic cars. So you guys know that. How long have you been playing this game? Since the beginning. That's why some people are wondering. I think I had a weird chat yesterday with in Discord. There's somebody who said, "You're too rich for a free-to-play player." Well, yeah, because I have been playing since the soft launch days. Yeah, that's why for me, as a soft launch player, for me, this car for me is a crowning achievement. This is a car that has existed in the game ever since the soft launch, ever since the pre-version 1 game. Alright, the pre-version 1 of this game. And there's no way you can get this car normally. Like, the Egoista, the Nemi, the Tryon or the Nemi is in the game. Okay, these are both in the game since version 0.7, the soft launch game. Right? And this car, the Fenrir, and this car is just not obtainable under normal means. So seeing this car along with the Terzo maxed out for me, So I have all 49 of the original cars in the game maxed out. Yeah. Yes, the Fenrir is a total unicorn, with the exception that it's a wolf. Anyway, so you know what? I keep getting sidetracked. Sorry about that. I did mention I have ADHD, so I keep easily getting sidetracked. So for every new subscriber that shows up on my street, for every new subscriber that I have not done since yesterday, I'm gonna be doing 10 jumping jacks. So okay, let me do a quick pivot here. I'm gonna be doing a quick tangent before I do my stretch break. So remember, a quick note, I will do 10 jumping jacks for every new subscriber. And I will, for every new like, I will do like 5. For every new like, I will do 5 run in place. All right, so where is it? Where is it? Again, I'm not hating the devil. I just currently have no immediate use for it right now. That's it. Okay. You have 66k Gauntlet coins? Okay. This is what you do. Track down the amount of track down the amount of cost you... Yeah, track down the cost of every car. Every car's blueprint. And sort them neatly like this. Remember that whenever you star up a car, you gain instant EXP. Right? So the car that is closest to the next... The car that's the cheapest car to the next star obviously takes priority. In this case, for me, it's the 9x8, but I'm not going to spend on the 9x8. Instead, I'm going to be spending on the Asphalt. Yeah, so I'm going to be spending on the Asphalt, which requires 58. What spreadsheet is this? This is my massive spreadsheet on Asphalt. Primarily, it's originally to keep track of import parts and pending upgrades, because I can't keep track of all of them, and looking at the most efficient spends for EXP. But I also have others, like for example, keeping track of which cars do I have currently unmaxed that's available in the Legend store, and I also keep track of which cars do I have like that's currently unmaxed. So you notice that there's quite a number of cars I have already maxed out, but there's definitely some cars that are total unicorns that I can't find, because I mentioned this before. At least to me, the Legend store is a complete scam in a lot of cases. Like, if there are legitimately cheaper ways to get blueprints, buying from the Legend store, even for credits, is not a good idea. I'm not saying that you shouldn't buy from the Legend store. It's just that if there are better places for you to get it, then yeah, go get it. Asphalt? Well, I already have the Asphalt unlocked. So, yeah. You only like the devil because it's fast. If it is slower than the Lancer, you wouldn't care. Yeah. Again, here's the deal. If I want a car that's similar to the depth, if I want to go fast in Legend League, I already have the Chiron, which is going to last me for quite a while. And if it's not the Chiron, I'm probably going to... Very soon, I'm probably going to have to max the Nevera, which is my next car. And then probably the CCXR if I can get some use out of it, even if it's not... I know some people are like, this car's a little overranked. It's basically a faster... It's basically a slightly slower, but in some stats better... in some stats better speed tail. So it's basically an imposter speed tail or something. Yeah. So in a lot of cases, the devil is like too expensive. I feel that the Asphalt will come in an SE after two seasons. Well, I'm okay with that. For context, by the way, if you for those who are wondering where I got the Asfane key, yeah, for those who are wondering where did I get the Asfane key, Drive Syndicate 10, Fury in the Air, featured the Asfane as a Drive Syndicate car, as a support car. All right, you know what? I've already sidetracked way too much. You know what? Let's do this. How many subscribers do I currently have? 601. Is it really? Okay, so that means I'm gonna do 5 jumping jacks. So yeah, we're gonna be doing 5 jumping jacks. All right. Sorry, 5 subscribers. Wait, how many likes do I have currently? 7 likes. Okay, that's a lot. Okay. 5 jumping jacks is 50 jumping jacks. And then 7 times 5 is 35, 40. Okay. Oh, by the way, for those who can't see, this is a 10-pound weight. This is a 4.5 kilogram weight. So I do weighted jumping jacks. Okay. 50 jumping jacks for 5 subscribers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 50. Okay. Do go watch my, what is this? On October 26th, approximately 2 months ago, no, at least 1 month ago, I've actually celebrated my 500 subscriber milestone, and I literally did 500 jumping jacks, no rest, on stream. Actually, I did more than 500, but the 500 is like the straight. And recently, I told my family members about it. Well, the ones who are the same generation as me, and they were actually kind of impressed that I was able to do that. So 35, 40, okay, 40. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 40. Oh, I already did 50, dang it. Either way, for those who give me subscribe and drop the like, thank you for that. Okay. So back on topic about the devil. Yeah. The Asfane has a reasonable chance of actually coming back as a support car again. I mean, actually, here's something very interesting. Wow, my heart rate is actually skyrocketing right now. Damn. Okay. If you guys look at my Gauntlet store, you will probably notice that my Shelby Super Sneak is actually not in here. Actually, hold on. Let me jump to here. Okay. Okay. You guys will probably notice that my Shelby Super Sneak is not available here. For the very simple reason that the Shelby Super Sneak for me has already been maxed. And I think that's actually one of the fastest. The Shelby Super Sneak and the Fenrir is actually the 2 cars that I've unlocked last year I've unlocked both the Shelby Super Snake and the Fenrir around the same month, give or take. So I think the Totara Unleashed and Year of the Snake was like in the same month, or probably at least the same season. And I was able to unlock both the Shelby Super Snake and the Fenrir in the same month. And then I think the Super Snake was featured in a few special events, at least one other special event. And then suddenly out of nowhere, the A7X collab Spotlight, the A7X collab Spotlight, which unfortunately didn't feature any A7X music for some reason. Doi. The A7X collab Spotlight showed up, and I was able to not only get this car to max, but it dropped enough epics that I was able to get this car to gold. So this is basically the fastest that I have. This car is basically the fastest that I have unlocked in the same this is the fastest that I have earned enough BPs to unlock, reach enough BPs to max out, and gold within a span of a year, which is insane. I think I'm gonna have to go for a Class A car like the 9x8. Currently, a lot of cars in Class A are currently missing in my garage. Okay, for context, for those who are wondering, by the way, the 9x8 actually shows up in garage level 50. Hold on. So notice how the trade coin store doesn't. Yeah, I already bought one. Okay, never mind. The trade coin store usually features some cars that are not showing up that doesn't show up in the Legend store. The 9x8 actually shows up for trade coins here for 2,700 trade coins, which is the reason why I don't buy it from the Gauntlet store. Yeah. And besides, it only costs like 2,700, so it's like it's not that much. At least for me, the way I see it is that the less that you have to spend for tokens or gokens in this store, usually the better. At least that's how I see it. For the Asfane, I already have this car's key. Maybe the one that I should be focusing on next would be the Zagato. This is actually this car's actually surprisingly agile for... Yeah, the Zagato is actually surprisingly agile for a Aston Martin car. Like, it has those really spammy stats or something like that. I'm actually impressed by this car, really. Okay, anyway. So, I guess back to Gauntlet. Alright. So, I have two more, wait, hold on. I have not started my, okay. So, we're gonna get back to Gauntlet. So, yeah, the 9x... When you think about it, if you have access to the 9x8 pretty earlier, like way earlier than the Vanda, I guess that's one good reason for you to actually go for it. Because the 9x8 actually has a lot of similar stats to the Vanda, with the exception that it has monster acceleration. It's just that acceleration is like, it's only useful up to a point because it doesn't go that fast. Like, the Vanda goes up to 355, which is the same as the... Wait. Does the Vanda go up to... Okay, wait, hold on. Let me look up some stats. Hold on. The Vanda only goes... Okay. $339.9. So 339.9 multiplied by 4% is 353. Okay. So the Vanda is actually much slower. The 9x8 is good for Gauntlet. So, I mean, it is an agile car. Yeah. The Vanda is only capped to 353 kph. But with perfect nitro, it can go up to 363. So it adds like 10 kilometers extra. The Pujo, on the other hand, only goes up to 330. I think I have not even maxed this. Oh, it goes up to 358. Okay. So it goes up to 358 naturally. But despite this being, I'm actually beginning to think that this is yet another electric. Yeah, another electric car. But despite that, it's like, it does have monster acceleration, but its top speed kind of caps out sooner. So that's a little bit of a trade-off. Wait, nitro. Its nitro is actually less powerful. So in some ways, this is kind of like a budget 3007S in some way. Okay. It's kind of weird seeing. I have to say, wait, what's my current rank right now? Okay, 1903. It's kind of weird seeing. For context, by the way, this is my Gold League lobby. So we got the ZR1 and then the Enzo. But because these two cars are kind of OP for Gold League, I decided to not use them yet to keep it fair. And instead, the car that I use for Gold League is actually this one. You'd be surprised. This is something really weird. Did you know that this car is actually the highest ranked McLaren car that is of the epic rarity? 4076. This is the highest ranked McLaren car in the epic rarity. Look at the max rank, 4076, right? 4076. You know what's weird? The 600 LT Spider is 4075. Why is this lower ranked? Why is this higher ranked and it's in gold 4, but the 600 LT is in gold 3? It's weird. I think that's because this car is actually the slowest McLaren in the game. I'm not even kidding. This is the slowest McLaren in the game. But look at that monster acceleration. This car is actually this is the reason why I put out a poll on my YouTube posts. The slowest McLaren destroys gold 3 and 4. No. Okay, wait. The epics do affect the rank, that's for sure. It's just that the maximum gold rank, 4076. Yeah, the maximum gold rank of this car, 4076, is kind of weird because this is the highest ranked McLaren car in the B epic rarity. But for some reason, the 600 LT Spider is one rank lower by 1 point. So it's like kind of not. It's what's the difference? Come on, one rank. Actually, here's something weird. This is something I noticed. If you want the most efficient rank gain, the best way for you to upgrade a car that isn't stage upgrades, the most efficient way for you to upgrade a car is actually by upgrading the car's uncommon parts. This is the pattern. Uncommon parts is 1x, rare parts is 1.5x, and then epic is 2x. That's the rank gain. Okay? However, the cost is weird. This is 1x, this is 2x, this is 6x. So regardless of how you slice it, the most efficient way to gain rank, if you're after rank, is actually by upgrading the uncommon blueprints. I guess the only reason why epics is like the worst way to actually upgrade a car's is actually, okay, it's not the worst way, but it's the least efficient way to gain rank. Like, it's the least efficient way to gain performance if you're gonna be talking about money. Because this one costs 6 times the cost, and it only gains like double this. So immediately you're gonna be dumping. So whenever this is my strat. $40.99. Wait, Vanda's $40.99 and the Huracan is $41.09. But then think about it. Realistically speaking, if the difference is just 10 rank, it's not really gonna mean much. If it's in the hundreds, that could mean a difference. No. Epics do give more rank. That is for sure. Hello, Rakesh. Thank you for joining in. How are you doing? I woke up with a bad. I unfortunately woke up with a bad allergy. That's all I can say. Okay. Let me be clear. This one gives 1x rank. Okay, if you're gonna base it on the uncommon, this one gives 1x rank, and it also gives 1x more performance as well. So the rank within the same stat, within the same stat, the rank gain and the performance gain is proportional within the same stat. It's probably not this. You can't exactly compare the performance between these. Sometimes it gives like very little rank, but it's very little rank gain, but its performance gain is like massive. You can't exactly compare these 1-to-1. But within the same performance stat, yes, within the same performance stat, this one is 1x performance and 1x rank. This is 1.5 times more rank than this, and also 1.5 times more performance than this. And this one gives 2 times this in rank and performance. It's just that price-wise, this is 1x the price, this is double the price, and this is 6x the price. Clearly, epics do give you the most rank. It's just that if you're gonna go by performance and rank per spend, this is the worst one. Really, the slow crawl, if you're trying to squeeze every remaining performance out of this car, it's gonna be really, really, really expensive. That's all I'm gonna say. Yes. So yes, epics do give you the most amount of performance, but it's not the most amount of performance for the cost. In fact, it's actually the worst way. But of course, if you're trying to go, but if you happen to have like buckets of epics and buckets of money, then I guess you wouldn't care. But in the cases that you don't, like for example, probably in Grand Prix, this is my strategy. What is the most recent Grand Prix car that I've unlocked? The AMG one. My strategy for Grand Prix is that if you want the best performance, now that you know that knowledge, okay, now that you're armed with that knowledge, that uncommon parts are actually the most cost-efficient way to upgrade, your car. What I do is that I just buy the uncommon parts only. Okay, I just buy the uncommon parts, and then I don't upgrade the car's. Rare part, because for everybody to get the best advantage, they're probably just gonna overclock this car anyway. So yeah, you're gonna basically, for me, at least for me, if you're gonna go with cost efficient wise, because you're probably scraping for cash or something with a. And besides, why would you buy this one? Why would you buy this one if there's a legitimate chance that you won't unlock this car in this Grand Prix, right? So what I do is that I focus on the uncommon upgrades, the base upgrades first, and then I overclock the car. You upgrade this when you're like super desperate, but then again, if you're in tier 3 or tier 4, you're probably not as desperate as you might be in. One thing I can't say is that you cannot upgrade more performance with common and uncommon, or uncommon only because of the total performance improvement that epics give. Sometimes I only do epics instead of common. Yes, true. True. However, if you're playing a Grand Prix if you're playing a Grand Prix in which you have no chance, there's a chance that you're not gonna unlock the car, and you're probably not gonna be in tier in 4 stars. Which, if you're in 4 stars in the Grand Prix, I'm like, are you that desperate at that point? Right? Yeah. Was Asphalt this complicated? Here's the thing. There's this saying. He who increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow. Right? And then there's that other phrase called ignorance is bliss. The more knowledge that you know, the more eldritch horrors that you're going to unlock. Yeah, unfortunately. So if you're just a filthy casual, then it's not going to be this complicated. But when you're trying to gain every possible advantage, yeah, this is where things get a little complicated. Now, car stats don't exactly mean much, realistically speaking, because sometimes the car stats, in certain cases, some car stats don't mean much if you're comparing like one different car from the other. But when you're trying to but during the time that I'm figuring out, like, you guys definitely know me as either the Asphalt skate guy based on my shorts, but at least based on my videos, you guys know me as the Garage Maxer guy who wants to gain as much EXP as possible with as little spend. This is when you're gonna notice this. You're gonna notice like a pattern, a consistent pattern. Yes. This is already built into the game from the very beginning. It's just that if you want to get really competitive, you'll notice that you're gonna start noticing these pattern recognition stuff. So now that you know that one, now that you know that uncommon parts actually give you the most EXP per spend, yeah, it gives no. Uncommon parts give you the most performance per spend. Rare parts give you the most EXP per spend. So, if you're milking a car for EXP, you go for this. If you're trying to milk as much as performance of a car, you go for this first. Then you upgrade the other 2 second. So that's the general rule. That's probably, I'm gonna include that in my in my garage maxing video. Okay. That's a very long tangent, unfortunately. Dang it, my controller is DC. Sorry about that. Okay, let's get down to business. I obviously cannot improve upon on skill because I'm relatively speaking, I'm kind of mid. But what I'm do proficient at is like number crunching. Like things that you can actually measure in the game. Okay, let's see this guy. Racer Tartarus. Wait, this guy's using an invincible. This guy's using the sleeper rage bait. Okay. This guy's using the sleeper. Yeah, this is the sleeper. This is the sleeper defense time. Oh my god! You're going down. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, you don't deserve my S-Class cars. Immediately proceeds to get an S-Class car. What the heck? I'm sorry. You don't deserve my best. You're getting the B-Class treatment. Or sorry, the A-Class treatment. Mid-weight gain? No. Oh, got him. $27 seconds. 23 seconds for future fusion. 25. Yeah, I'm sorry. You're going. This is a 1-star Tartarus, is it? I'm sure this is a 1-star Tartarus. I'm sorry, bro. You're getting the 2nd-class treatment. Card I'm using for Rocky Valley. Okay. Out of the center. Wait. This is a 1-star. No. This is a 5-star Stradale. There is no 1-star Tartar. Yeah, minimum. Oh yeah, technically speaking, at the moment you cannot get the Tartarus outside of DS, so yeah, that's probably a 3-star Tartarus. If you guys look at my defense time, most of my cars are either B and A class, just to bait people. Because here's the thing. This is my best of the best. I wouldn't exactly say this one. But the top 10 are my best of the best. Most of these cars are cars that most people have at like garage level 30. They already have counters for these cars, probably. What they don't have are counters for some cars that you're not expecting to actually that you're not expecting to be good, like like the Solus GT. Yeah, okay. Bitch to bitch. Okay. Tartar. Get bitched. At least give me a challenge for the next. At least give me a challenge for the next race. Too high. Too high. You jump too high. Never-ending nitro. Yay. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this guy's sandbagging with a fake. This guy's sandbagging with B-class cars. Because here's the thing. The Invincible is actually a pretty good car in Gauntlet. Some guy named RPM Nick, he showed me on Discord that you can beat Meiji Rush. No, Number Park using Invincible. Hello, Reverse Hot Rod. Okay. I mean, technically speaking, you can sandbag with a. You can technically sandbag with a high-end car. I don't know. You just run your defense time on touch drive. I mean, that's an option, right? But then again, that kind of defeats the purpose of sandbagging. You're trying to set a slow ass time in order for them to actually beat you. And when they beat you, you can revenge them, right? But if you show up with a Tartarus, that actually gives them the impression that you have like really monster swole cars to beat in Gauntlet. Stop spinning. Okay. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna go all the way. We're out of the center. The solution is just get a faster car, usually. If people see you with level 60 with the low-end cars, they like DS, they will avoid you. Yeah. Which kind of defeats the purpose in sandbagging. The purpose of sandbagging is so that you can keep beating people up, so that you can get beating people up, so that you can get, like, I don't know, so that you can get gloves daily. $30? No way. I've never sandbagged in this mode, only in Grand Prix. Can you explain how this works? Okay, Rakesh, I will explain to you later. Don't worry about it. Bitch to bitch. Oh, the Spearling. The slowest car that can float. Okay. You choose low-end cars as your defense time. People will attack you, and you will be like 300 on the second day, and you'll match with weaker opponents. Yes. Okay, full explanation. This is my defense time. They're probably going to be dissuaded by the Venom. Yes, correct. They're probably going to be dissuaded by the Venom, but since all of my cars are B-class cars, they're probably going to do it anyway. Basically, you use slower cars. Yes, that's the entire point. The reason why people are scared of going to Division 5 is because they're gonna be facing against time attack aliens, and because of that, they couldn't grind 3,400 Gokins every day. Because they will reach to a point where, like, they're already in the top 100, and everyone there are already, like, aliens. So because of that, they cannot challenge the opponent number 3 anymore. So what they do is that you set, like, really, really super slow times using D-class cars or something, or maybe C-class cars if you want to get fun. Or I guess in my case, I'm using B-class cars plus a Venom. This is definitely going to dissuade. This is going to dissuade them a bit. But then, considering that most of my cars are like B-class cars, they're going to take the bait anyway. You are actually in my lobby, I guess. Oh, okay. So, they will reach to a point that they can't earn any more gloves daily. Which is like, so what they do is that they, oh, you need to go? Alright, thank you for joining in. So what they do is that they set really crap times, so that when people attack you in Gauntlet, they show up in the defense. So basically what ends up is that your rank doesn't change, right? Your rank doesn't change. You're not gaining any more rank. However, the fact that you won means that you're going to win gloves anyway. So basically, you can farm 3,400 tokens until you can basically grind 3,400 tokens every day. That is until you set your real defense time. So therefore, you're basically farming gloves every day. In order for you to gain enough tokens, or rather Gokins, for the Gauntlet store. That's the entire deal. Omi S. Check around 50 position. Okay. I'll be legitimately honest. You know what? Win 3, lose 2 races every 5 gloves. You basically, okay, you need 22 gloves in order for you to get all of the rewards for that day. Alright? So this means you only have 5 tries in total every day. Or rather 10 tries if you have extra tokens, right? So in order for you to get that 25 gloves, scroll down. Milk the BEV, hello, thank you for joining in. I've encountered you in a comment a while ago. Thank you for your explanation, everyone. Also, Gauntlet cards would you suggest? I already have the F1 and the Devil. Well, obviously, people are obviously pointing towards the. You miss me, bro. Well, kick. The 9x8. Running start. The BEV in my name is short for beverage. Oh, okay. Milk the beverage. Somebody named Bruce Hamilton. I have the F1 and the Panamera, but I'm saving for the Devil, and I can't save now because I'm taking a break from Asphalt. Okay. Omni S. I have a strange feeling that I'm looking at the wrong place. If you're in the top 50 or something. Wait, hold on. Definitely not here. There's someone there. Okay, that is so weird. The 9x8. The 9x8 would be a better option. Okay. I guess for Class A, I think I also heard the Zagato is also a good call. I've heard. 59th position. Okay. Omni S by Hooligans. Okay, found you. Okay. Nice. Okay. I mean, it's a good alternative to the Vanda if you guys are, you know, kind of tired of seeing the Vanda. Okay. Another sandbag opponent, but you know what? Fine. Okay, sure. I'm being bonked from the first day in Gauntlet until now because they thought that they can bonk my defense with all free S-Class cars. Yes. Do you stream daily? The answer is no. I stream only on Mondays. Because I care about my sanity. Wait, 27 seconds for rocketing? Oh my god, this is some alien time. Okay. I really hate Tunnel Sprint. I think I'm gonna have to. I think I'm gonna have to use the Lexus more often. You know what? Maybe I'm getting the feeling that the Lexus is a good way to practice the Nevera. No, you know what? I might as well just use the Nevera. Hello Tanish, thank you for joining in. I'm actually getting quite a lot of traffic tonight for some reason. Is it because I streamed earlier Is it because I streamed earlier for a change? Interesting. Update, I went from 11 to 2-starring the CN. Thank you for your tips from the last stream. I have 5 more days for the Shomer event and to go. Hey, don't worry. It is a concern. Okay, it is a concern for you if you're trying to go for the decal run. At 2 stars, you're probably not going to get the decal, realistically speaking. But if you run out of days, well, you can always retry the event. It's just that stage one and 2 is usually a pain. That's the only problem. Well, unless you have autoplay, then that's not really much of a problem, I guess. Where is... Okay, CCXR. Yes, this one is actually my main issue. But everything else is like kind of a given. Like kind of easy. Railroad bustle in 21 seconds. You know what? I want to flex a little bit. I know you guys are watching. So yeah, I want to flex a little bit. Just prepping my CN for the Yesco Absolute coming up. Oh, if you're prepping for the Yesco Absolute, just keep the CN at 4 stars. Because you might accidentally max it and then you're not going to have access to the event anymore if you want the decal. However, if you watch my shorts frequently, you'll notice that I actually use the CN quite a lot. Am I using the right tune here? No, this is my multiplayer tune. Dang it. Okay, makes sense. Oh yeah, for those who are curious, I have a multiplayer tune for the Evo Chiron. I have a multiplayer tune and a Gauntlet tune. Because the Gauntlet is like only lasts like 30 seconds most of the time. The Gauntlet tune is a little bit more YOLO. And then the multiplayer tune is a little bit more balanced overall. Yeah. So I was using the wrong tune. But then again, this is my only problematic part of the Gauntlet defense, so I guess that's not really much of a problem. Now, if this was a full roster, that would be very damaging. That would be very devastating, kind of. Okay then, I think now I know what card to use for Tunnel Sprint. Do show the tunes after you finish Gauntlet run. Okay, sure. I'm pretty sure you guys saw the Gauntlet tune for my Enzo. Yeah. For Chiron, the only thing that's different here is that it's the difference. The Nitro difference is the universal and the shockwave. Like for the Nitro versions, it's usually just the universal and shockwave, right? For multiplayer, I use universal. For Gauntlet, I use shockwave. Because you want to get up to speed faster, right? That's the only major difference. That's it. So that's why I mentioned in Gauntlet my tune for Gauntlet is a little bit more YOLO, and then my tune for multiplayer is a little bit evened out. You'll also notice that in the Enzo, the Enzo uses semi-slick tires, which increases top speed, but it also improves the handling. Lightweight allows you to basically keep the car neutral, even with using heavy parts. Yuri Dark High Range for that Nevada Tunnel Sprint Lap. It's like 20. Oh, okay. I do want to check that out. I never knew how to properly do tunnels. Oh, okay. Here's the main event. You'd be surprised how much of a gauntlet monster this car is. I mean, with this 88 acceleration stat, you kind of expect it to be. Let's do it. $19.5. That's actually faster than my 07S. Actually, I've already done 19.2 with this car. Okay. So unfortunately, because I'm already lacking a little bit of I think I missed like 3 days of sandbag, so I'm gonna have to change my gauntlet time. Like, this is my defense time. I'm gonna have to change my defense time, like maybe tomorrow or yeah, tomorrow. Tomorrow's good. Okay. So with that, I guess I'm gonna have to wait. What time is it? Damn it! I have 1 minute to go. I intended to do like quite a lot of multiplayer, so you know what? Let's do some multiplayer. What's my rank right now? Okay. This is gonna be weird. I'm gonna do one race first. You know what? Let's go YOLO. You have a Vanda? Yes. Am I gonna use it? I haven't used the Vanda in quite a while, actually. Okay. Oh! And immediately there's a Vanda. Oh boy. I only used 4 cars in this multiplayer season so far. The Solus, the Enzo, the 911 GT3, and the McLaren F1. I guess I'm using the 95 now. Oh, he dodged it. Oh! That spinning ZR... I swear, I have no chance to win against that ZR1, considering that he's legitimately faster than me. But then he was focusing on trying to block me for so... Yeah, okay. Okay. Stretch break already, I think. So we're gonna have to do that right now. Okay. So, I'm gonna do a pro hammered. I guess you can also say that if you that if the opponent was a Vanda, I guess I vandalized him if the opponent was a Vanda, but he's currently not a Vanda, so okay. I want that emoji. Oh yeah, about that emoji. That emoji was part of the Korean Spring. That emoji was part of the Korean Spring season last year, as a part of the Legend Pass. So unfortunately, that's not a free emoji. So kick. I mean, I am somebody who knows the EXP system better than most people. So I guess you can say that I do qualify for that emoji. I'm actually okay. You know what? There's one new like on this video. We're gonna do a stretch. Actually, no. Um, we're gonna do a stretch break, and then I'm gonna have to do a bathroom break. I'll be back. Actually, I'm not gonna do the bathroom break right now. I'm gonna do the stretch break first. All right. No, was it Korean Spring? No, I did not buy the Legend Pass for Korean Spring. I bought the Legend Pass for Toyota and Lexus. That is the one that has the nerd emoji. The one that Korean Spring has, the one that Korean Spring has is the mewing emoji. My God, something bros on a mewing streak or something. Okay. So one new like on the video. No, two new likes on the video. Okay, you're not gonna get any more than that. I'm gonna have to do that later. Two new likes on the video. Okay, wait. Two new likes on the video. Let's do that. It's 15 running plays. All right, let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 10. Okay, I did 20 by accident. Oh well, doesn't matter. Okay. So unfortunately, guys, I'm gonna have to take a bathroom break. I'll be back in like maybe 1 minute, hopefully. Okay. Sorry, no, wrong screen. Sorry about that. You know, I guess for a lot of people, it feels safe journey. The heck. Okay, train for arm wrestling. Okay. To some people, it feels. To some people, I probably sound. Here's something really weird. I'm the kind of person who, for some reason, has to down like an entire liter of has to down like an entire liter of water in every time I do a what is this? Every time I drink coffee in the morning or whenever I wake up. Because unfortunately, I was at the verge of having kidney stones before. Unfortunately, but then after like a month of treatment of just downing like uh this specific medicine, Yeah, after downing like this specific medicine, like this, like kidney stones can happen to literally any age. When you think about it, it's not. It's not. Of course, it happens more for old people because they're less watchful. Yeah. Omi-chan OC showcase. Interesting. All right, you know what? Let's get back to multiplayer. I'm gonna have to reduce it to 30 minutes now. Okay. Because I'm already streaming quite deep into the evening, I guess. Yeah, so that's why ever since I discovered that, I started downing like an entire bottle of an entire liter. Yeah, I started downing like an entire liter of water. Of course, Dark Hyper is there. Of Chimera. Okay, okay. Okay, I'm gonna have to. 1 minute 7. I can't find it. Oh well. Okay. Okay. All right, let's get back to multiplayer. What is my best of Gold League? It's probably this one. Let's do it. After golding this car, it seems like I'm actually using this car more often, even if I know that I'm gonna be outsped by everyone. But the good thing about this one is that it actually forces you to use the best possible racing lines. Hope is descending and it's wait, sorry. Hope has descended and is coming for you. Whoa, 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 whoa. That Vanda almost got me. Dang it. Whoa! Crash escape. Nope, nope, nope. Dang it. Oh! What the heck? Who did I just... Okay, that was insane. You know what? This is the reason why I actually still prefer Classic. Even if I know that I'm going to get wrecked, that there's a possibility I get wrecked, hey, it's part of the game. And if you do get wrecked, this is what I said last week. I wouldn't say it was last week, it was like 2 weeks ago, I think. Here's the thing, if you get mad at getting wrecked, I assure you, you can probably participate in 3 other races and get podium at least all of them. And that's gonna get your rank back. And if you don't, maybe you should take a walk. Now, I'm not telling you which one to choose. That's up to you. GT3 or 600 LT. Honestly, as of recently, I've been using the GT3 a lot. Like, I understand that the 600 LT is like faster. But interesting enough, in MP1, I'm actually getting a lot of mileage out of the GT3. I'm actually getting a lot of mileage from the Porsche 911 GT3. Yes! What is your time in the LP shop? Oh my god, what is that? What was that epic? That was a clutch overtake. Oh my god. What the fudge? Oh, what the heck? I need to see that. I'm sorry. I need to clip that like ASAP. I need to clip that. I need to clip that for the YouTube shorts. Okay, this is the part. Who is this guy? Driver 605, okay. So I took this jump and I landed at the edge. I'm surprised it didn't KO me. What the heck? I swear, I need... This is clip worthy. Like, I didn't win, which is kind of a given. Of course, you're not gonna win it like all the time, unless if you're a total alien. You're not gonna win all the time, but when you get moments like that, oh my god. That was insane. You know what? Go ahead, sure. Just tag me. Oh, hello, Extreme ALU. Thank you for joining in. And I guess you're just dropping to say hi. All right, no problem. But no, before you go, and you need to see this. You need to see this before you go. This 1v1 with this Vanda. Oh my god. I couldn't KO him. He couldn't KO me. So I took this shortcut. Okay, okay. I need to stop. I need to stop. Okay, okay, okay. That was an insane overtake. I've always known that edge is like a 50-50 chance. Sometimes if you don't go fast enough, the only way that you the only way for you to take that turn is if you jump straight. You cannot perform like a 360, or maybe you could. I mean, you could, but it's just that you're probably gonna be expecting some weird asphalt physics. But if you want to secure the win, that edge, you have to take it straight. Dang it. Oh. Desync. Fail. Okay. I think that jump I can take it better with touch drive. Oh well. Better than most BWO people. I'm gonna post a clip very soon where I've encountered somebody that goes by the name GG Allen YouTube. I couldn't find this guy because it leads me to a musician instead, so basically I was using this car in Osaka, which means it has a high chance of actually winning, realistically speaking. And the opponent was a McLaren Senna. I think he clipped through the ground. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. He clipped through the ground. Okay. Revuelto. Second place after all that chaos. Oh my god. Whoa, 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 whoa. Hello, alien jumping. Like to win user. Yes! Okay. I didn't win, but that was a pretty... I didn't win, but that was an insane bumper car lobby. Oh my god. Yeah, this is something that I definitely have mentioned multiple times in the places that I'm in the Discord servers that I'm currently in. You can't Ghost. Wait. Okay, I'm not sure if that was you. I've mentioned previously that you can't exactly put time attack aliens. You can't exactly expect time attack aliens to do as well as multiplayer aliens. Now, I wouldn't exactly consider myself a multiplayer alien. However, More often than not, I would usually do better in multiplayer than in time attack. What? Somebody crashed. Okay. You can't exactly expect a time attacker alien to work perfectly in multiplayer. Because time attack is basically PvE, when you think about it. Player versus environment. You only need to worry about the track and the limits of your car. In multiplayer or in real racing, or rather racing with live opponents, you now have opponents that are probably going to try to block you. Like when you're talking about motorsports or street racing, right? Now, since this is classic and this is, what is this? Since this is classic, which collisions are on, there's always the chance that you can block your opponent, or the opponent blocks you. There's always that option. Like, going for the fastest option is not always the best way to win a race. Sometimes if your opponent is legitimately faster than you, sometimes blocking your opponent is also an option. Also an Unbreakable. Like that one. This McLaren is actually trying really hard to actually... This 600 LT is actually trying really hard to actually stop me. So this guy clearly sees me as a threat, because I'm much faster than him. So he's clearly going to try to block me. And you also cannot expect Ghost multiplayer to you can't expect time attack aliens to also work in USO. You can't expect time attack aliens to work in Ghost multiplayer either. Because there's this thing called traffic checking. You know, when you hit traffic, right? If you disturb traffic and then there's somebody chasing you, you're basically throwing cars at your opponent in order to block them, right? So it makes sense. Somebody on the Asphalt Discord said there are certain people who can basically traffic check cars in the turn, like in a sweeping turn, to basically interrupt people who are using floaty drift. Because if they're trying to floaty drift, obviously they're trying to maintain their speed. But if they didn't take into account a traffic check car, like a traffic car that has been disturbed, then that's gonna basically break their float. Big time. So it's like opponent awareness is actually a new level of what is this? Opponent awareness is definitely a new level. Is definitely a new dimension of PvE. Sorry, it's PvP and then PvE at the same time. I'm not gonna consider myself an MP alien. I don't consider myself an MP alien. However, like most of the time, I usually target like top 2500. Because I know the really sweaty gamers are like usually in the top 1000. That Vanda's gonna kill me. Got him! I know that Vanda was gonna try to kill me if I attempt to pass him in that narrow tunnel. So I decided to not overtake him. Like, do not attack a shock-waving Vanda ever. Oh, thanks. I mean, that's kind of what you kind of get with the McLaren F1. Do not attack a shock-waving Vanda ever, or any car that has high agility. Don't even think about it. You probably encountered that with one of the YouTube shorts I have with the Pujo block. I was using a McLaren F1, and then the opponent was like a what is this? The opponent was a McLaren. I was using a McLaren F1, and the opponent was using a Pujo 9x8. That narrow, he knows that I'm faster. Like he sees me like coming in really hot. So he positioned himself exactly at the point where if I attempt to pass him in any direction, he can just 360 me. Not taking the risk, I decided to slow down, and then he tried to 360. Ha, you miss. But for some reason, the barrel jump slowed me down big time. However, I did take revenge on him by actually KOing him, by trying to KO him instead. Oh, hello, Enzo. Too bad your shockwave got nerfed. You're no longer the fastest. You're no longer the fastest B-class car, unfortunately. Oh yeah, I think that's what happened with the nerf. How I survived that, I have no idea. Okay. Hello, Asphalt Taxi. Thank you for joining in. I'm not sure if you're the same as the other guy named Taxi Driver. There's quite a number of people named Taxi in YouTube, unfortunately. Okay. Am I out of... Wait, am I out of... Dang it, okay. Alright, I'm gonna have to bring out my new spam car. This isn't exactly new, but hey, it's still a reasonable spam car. The reason why I don't use the Vanda is because I use this one. This car's definitely a much better Vanda, and it even has floaty capabilities. Though you couldn't exactly expect to float from a car that's not faster than 380 kilometers per hour. You get the point. Wait, Rome? Okay. Nope. Gek. Fail. Well, I guess there goes my chances. Gek. Freaking pillar violated me or something. I don't know. Wait, what? The only issue is that a bit of physics can be unfavorable with the 935. Yes. In a lot of cases, I would say that the 935 is somewhat of an agile, it's a slower speed tail, but a little bit more agile. Wait, it's a slower speed tail in some way. Or rather, sorry. It has the handling of a speed tail, but with Vanda stats. In some way. No. Better yet. It's a speed tail with... It's a Vanda with speed tail physics. There you go. That's actually more... That's the best way to describe it. Okay. It's a Vanda with speed tail physics and also a little bit more or faster. I mean, that's kind of a given with any card that's. Wait, San Fran? That's kind of a given with any card that's floaty. Oh, hello 935. Hello 9x8. Nope, nope. Oh, I got the short straw. Stop blocking my spins, oh my god. Kick. New friendly Revuelto support car packs and 2 McLaren LVPs. Alright. I'm guessing that's the Game Loft Club rewards. Nice, nice, nice. I'm actually hoping to get to Platinum 4 within this stream. But it looks like that's not happening anytime soon, but okay. Well, it doesn't matter. You guys get... I guess... You guys came here for the multiplayer races, I guess, or me getting wrecked with the... Oh. Okay, let's do it. What just happened? Bumper car lobby. That's what I call it. Oh wait, Vanda lobby. Hello, Egoista. Oh, okay. I dare you try to kill me. I double dare you. The uneven... How that did it KO him, I have no idea. I need to catch up. I need to catch up. Yes! Third place. Okay. For some reason, I couldn't catch up to those Vandas. And half the lobby are Vandas. What the heck? Okay. I'm 52 points away from... Yeah, I'm 52 points away from Platinum League. You know what? I might as well do it. I'm bringing out the nuke. I wouldn't exactly say that this is nuke, realistically speaking. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, Norway. Wait, do I have the fastest? I have the fastest car. Okay. You're going down, Pujo. Is there someone behind me? Yes, there's someone behind me. Dang it! Freaking sneak attack. Okay. Moral of the story: for that last jump, I need to go straight. If I try to spin, there are so many times in which if I spin there, it's like there's a chance that you're gonna land wrong, or be a sitting duck, or both. So okay. So moral of the story: go straight and shockwave, I guess. Oh, stretch rate is already up. Okay, that means I'm gonna have to finish up this car's fuel. Okay. Okay, that's a wait. Rome? Oh boy. Yango Savi, thank you for joining in. Herald of Chaos is back, I guess. Really? Oh, they're catching up. They're catching up. I nearly got screwed up there. Ah! Yes! That was really close. I hit a traffic wrong, which caused me to slow down. But I realized that Herald of Chaos, this Pujo guy, is actually a little bit... My god. Okay. Can you give me a good S-Class car? Okay, if you're talking about one of the free S-Class cars that you can actually earn for free, legit, that is within financial reach for most people. People are probably gonna say that the Lycan, because that's the first S-Class car you can reach in Gold League. However, that takes a lot of skill to use. So that's actually a pretty tough one. I guess Speedtail. Yeah, I guess Speedtail would actually be a good S-Class car to start with. Though the Speedtail is actually pretty high up in Platinum too, so that's also another problem. Something that's reasonably easy to... I wouldn't exactly say reasonably easy, because that's a little bit on my high horse. Damn, that's actually kind of difficult when you think about it. Something you can definitely grind is probably the Egoista, for sure, to use in multiplayer as a starter car, of course, not as something that's legitimately competitive, but something that's like at bare minimum to get you your foot into the door of a multiplayer, probably the Egoista. I'm not sure about the Veneno, I haven't used that. Speedtail, Cryon. Ah, okay. Yes. If you have the support car in Special Hunt. Special Hunts don't use, with the exception of the ATS GT, Special Hunts don't need support cars. They're usually kind of self-contained most of the time. Within the free ones, it's like, yeah, the ones he said. Lycan, Speedtail, Chiron, Tryon. Unfortunately for the Chiron, if you reach garage level 20, there's a legitimate possibility. Yeah. There's a legitimate possibility that you're not gonna get the Chiron a lot in the Legend store. However, the Chiron has been featured quite often as a special event car, and considering that this car only needs 200 blueprints to max out, this is a good car to start with. But again, something that's within financial reach is definitely the between the Egoista and maybe the Tryon. That's for sure. I got the ultimate the first special hunt. Well, guess what? From this decal that you guys can see, I didn't get my Ultima from the first special hunt. I got it from British Tour. I don't know if this decal is buyable though. There's definitely some decals that are buyable, like this one, but I'm not gonna buy that. You know, I swear, the rounded nature of the Ultima makes it aerodynamic, but it also kind of makes it look like a toy in some way. Okay, anyway. I would say the Ultima RS is probably the first special event key card that I've unlocked. Because you only need the car at 3 stars. Wait, you only need its support cars at 3 stars in order for you to unlock this car at 1 star. I'm not kidding. Okay. There was a time when you had key packs for like 1.2k for 10 packs. Yeah. Here's the problem. The reason why they discontinued key packs is possibly because this feature exists. If there's a finite amount of times that you can drop, there's a finite amount of times that blueprints can drop. This means that there's also a guaranteed chance that you can get the key if the key packs exist. That's why they kind of discontinued the key packs. That's a little bit of a trade-off. If you can calculate exactly how many tokens that you need to unlock or max out a car, that means the chance that you can simply unlock a key by simply whaling is like incredibly high. So the smarter thing to do is just simply max the car from the support packs and then unlock the car in the SE that it's given. I mean, chances are if this exists, if the key exists, the time-limited packs do exist as well. Bro, will he do a giveaway? Unfortunately, no. I'm unfortunately not earning enough on YouTube that I can do a giveaway yet, unfortunately, so big yikes. Sorry about that. Okay, I need to finish my... It's gonna be a complete miracle if I somehow get the Platinum 4 in this stream. Okay. Oh. Okay. Red One, thank you for joining in. Hello, like to win player. Traffic check. Got him! Got him! That was an epic overtake with the ZR1. Now I have to lose him. Wait, I'm way ahead. Okay, I have this in the bag. That's it. Those are some epic jumps. Play MP1. Yes, I am playing MP1. Anurag. Okay, that's his name. Okay. It's a cyan. It's a cyan. No, that's not cyan. That's teal. And he's lagging a bit. I need to see this again. I need to see where he fumbled. So clear. Here's the thing. Most people would actually use the ZR1 with a lightweight tune. Most of the time they would only be capped 370 kph. Yeah. This car goes up to 373. So I take this jump. This is where he fumbled. If you take the outer side of this slanted road, of this banked road, this is a very long road. However, if you go this way, you're gonna jump and then hit the ceiling. This is actually a much shorter route. So that's why he fumbled big time there. Now he can't take the jump anymore. And I basically left him in the dust after this. Insane. Hello. Why is your stream lagging too much? I think. Oh, holy fudge cake. Oh my god, what the heck? Wait, hold on. I need to check. $23 kilobytes. What the heck? Wait. It's been lagging for the last few minutes. Okay, wait, sorry about that. Okay. I looked at my stream quality. For some reason my stream quality rocketed to like 20 megabits per second for some reason. That was weird. Sorry about that. I think it should be great. I think it should be okay now. Yeah, I think it should be okay now. For some reason for some strange reason it says here my stream quality is poor. Dang it. Yeah. Sorry about that. On my end, for some reason, my stream quality was like... It was at 20 megabits per second for some strange reason. It's so weird. Anyway. Let me review this again. If you guys did not catch it. If you guys did not catch it, I'll do a quick review. I'll do a quick refresh. Alright. Yeah, that's on me. Sorry about that. I didn't know this. Yeah, I legit didn't notice. Thank you for pointing that out. So this is what happens. At 4,000 plus rank, this is like a very agile ZR1, and he's also traffic checking. So I take this jump. Here's some speed trick. He took the bank road and then he ran on the outer side. This is what I did. Close to the end, I go straight from here to here and then jump and then hit the ceiling. Because of this, I basically overtake him and then take this jump. Now then of course you have to avoid this train. And then that's how I was able to outrun him. Insane. And then from there I've already basically lost him. Alright, that was some good play. Even if it did lag for some reason. So weird. Alright. All I need is one more win. Let's see if I can do one more win. This is gonna be so sweaty. Yeah, I swear this is gonna be so sweaty. Whirlwind. Oh, it's gonna make or break this. It was already stretch break since 10 minutes ago. Don't worry about it. I'm just finishing up my remaining fuel. Don't worry about it. Who's in my lobby? Okay. Let's go. 3 guys DC'd. Come on. You're mine, Vanda. Or not. Nope, nope, nope. Oh boy. That was pretty bad. Okay. Oh well, I guess no platinum leak for me for this stream. Though I'm probably gonna win it later, just outside the stream. Oh well, okay. Okay, at least I was in last place. I'm not in the game for the last year. Approximately lots of things has changed, I guess. Yes. If you ask me, I think so far 2025 has been the best year for Asphalt. And if you haven't, and you weren't in this game in the last year, well, you've missed quite a lot. Oh well, position 1127. That's big yikes. Kick. Alright. Well, I guess that's too bad. You know what? I would like... You know what? I'm gonna have to bring up a poll. You know what? For next week, probably, I'm gonna have to bring up a poll and ask you guys what are some cars that you would like to recommend among the cars that I do have. That are at least 5 stars or up at least. Obviously, okay, something very interesting that I've noticed. If your car is not more than 5 stars, or it's like 4 stars, within that car's sub-league, that car, I noticed that that car is not competitive yet. Or it's not competitive enough for that sub-league. So, I'm gonna have to post a poll, probably tomorrow. What is a car that you would like to see me use in the future stream more often? Because at least for me, I've already settled for the 911 GT3 and the McLaren. But for if any of you guys are interested in seeing other cars show up in my Gold League multiplayer I'm probably gonna have to ask you guys for some suggestions. All right. So I guess that's the end of the multiplayer. Keck. Wait. 400,000. I guess it's garage maxing time. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh, what was the last card I used? Oh yeah, the 07S. Okay. Okay. So I see that there's three new people that dropped a like. Sorry, 3 new people that dropped a subscribe. And 1 new subscriber. All right, you know what? Let's do that. Okay. Okay. So one new subscriber and three new. Wait, sorry. One new subscriber and then three new likes. All right. So 10 jumping jacks and then 20 run in place. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 20. All right. To that guy who dropped the subscribe, thank you for that, and for those who dropped the like, thank you for that as well. And for those who haven't already, for the subscriber, I'm probably gonna have to acknowledge it next week. But if you haven't liked, I definitely suggest that you guys drop a like, and maybe yeah. So anyway, if you for those who are currently watching, all I'm gonna say is, I guess you've already reached the end of the stream. So let me do some quick announcements. I'm gonna be ramping up my clips, my YouTube Shorts clips. I'm probably gonna have to include more clips from my streams, because like the one a while ago, the insane overtake, I'm gonna have to clip that ASAP for sure. Next video that I'm gonna be doing next is my garage tour for year-end garage tour for 2025, which I kind of missed last week. I was supposed to do it last week, but there was quite a number of cars that I just unlocked that time, so I couldn't do it ASAP. Big yikes! And I've watched some other people do their garage tours. I need to do that as well. So I can't just simply scroll through the list, because I can't just do that. Considering what I'm up against with other people with bigger garages. So yeah. So that's my next guaranteed video. And then for the garage maxing video, I'm gonna need more time for that. So likely within this month. I'm targeting this month, that's for sure. Because there's quite a lot of things that's happening on January for me. So definitely watch out for those videos, and then I'm gonna be doing more extreme multiplayer 1 clips for sure, after I'm done tagging most of them from last month that I have not finished yet for some reason. Oh well, anyway, either way, before I go, alright, there you go. So when is my next stream? Well, it's the usual. It's Monday, as usual. I would target Friday, but I know that there's quite a lot of people streaming on Friday, so I kind of don't want to compete with them. I used to stream on Sunday, but I realized that there's quite a lot of people who are like prepping for school or work on Sunday, right? Because Monday is like the most stressful day of the week, and there's some people who are mentally prepping, or they're doing their school work, they're doing their homework on the Sunday before, when they have to submit their stuff. So I decided, you know what, maybe that's not a good idea. I decided to just stream on Monday, so that the most stressful day of the week has already gone by, kind of deal. So yeah. Anyway, so I guess thank you guys for joining in, and see you guys next Monday. All right. Hopefully I can wake up on time next Monday. Hopefully. Anyway, take care.